Welcome to the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. This is a reading for Virgo, all placements, sun, moon, rising, stacked, sixth house, etc. It can be a reading if it resonates for you. And so that means it can be for anyone. It's timeless. Anytime you watch it, when it resonates, if it's your message, that's it. It's a general reading. It won't resonate for everyone. Parts of the reading might resonate, other parts might not. Yeah, we have the goddesses mixed with the angels and ancestors deck. To start with here, I've got readings for sale in the description box. Check out the link tree, and I'll never reach out to you to ask for money or to sell to you. You can only find my readings in my description box on my Rainbow Gateway Oracle channel. Thank you so much for being here. Always use your own intuition, your own discernment. You are the master of your own life. Your choices are your own. And let's get started. Here we have the Hunter. That doesn't want to come out here. It's not the card for you. That's interesting because what's coming out is you might have grabbed something like an option in your life and it seemed to fit at first, but it's not fitting now. And it's okay to put it back and shuffle it back into the deck. And, that can be, whatever. Maybe someone, gave you an offer, or maybe it's a relationship and you thought you wanted it. Now you don't, you don't have to keep it because you made the wrong choice at first. Sometimes you have to see yourself making a decision that's wrong for you in order to recognize the right choice for you. And then realizing, okay, I wasn't quite listening to my intuition. And then I'm realizing it, but I already picked the card out, right? So then it's like, oh, well, what do I do? Well, I'm going to put it back because I'm going to follow my intuition. And not everybody does that. They think, well, I picked the card out. I got to keep it now. No, you don't. You can put it back. And it might take a while for something to come along. So we might be impatient or think we're going to miss it. So we go too soon, it's on your mark, get set, and then go, but we're going on get set. You know what I'm saying? Like you're jumping the gun. That's the word for it. Stillness. Yuki Onna. Number 52. You're going through a lot of changes in relationships is what I'm getting. Stillness is very important for you at this time. There seems to be a challenge regarding tapping into your authentic feelings and needs, okay? And it is in terms of relationships. And it can be romantic, it can be all relationships, but in order to really access that part of yourself, you have to get still, which means you have to shut your mind off as best as you can. And that's what you need to do through meditation practices, yoga, qigong, breath work, and other ways that you can sort of tap into your own mental sphere so that you can make the best choice for your truth, to be aligned with your own truth, because it can be real easy to you know, when we're with a group of people we identify with, we can, sort of take on their beliefs and feelings as our own. And, we may have some things that we agree with that other person, but not the whole truth. But we end up hiding some of our truth in order to sort of, identify with them in a way. It's like subconscious things that we do in our groups of friends when we sort of, we can say each other's words and phrases and stuff like that. And, you get inside jokes with your friends. And sometimes you can, you lose a little bit of your identity in your group of friends because you're so close to each other. There's this sort of element of, interchangeable energies between you guys or in these relationships or something like that. We have the sun here, number 51. Interesting how we have 52 going down to 51 here. So there's definitely needing to go back in order to illuminate something. You need to see something in hindsight because you're going backwards in number here. You need to see something in hindsight. Once you see something in hindsight, that's going to, help you. But it's like you have to get quiet enough in order to go through this process of review. The retrograde energies, depending on how that's hitting in your own astrology chart, are the period of review when we do look at things in hindsight. We do look at the opportunities that might not have been missed, but they, there were other opportunities. We can see how there's infinite potentials, but, we can look at a scenario and see, well, that could have played out several different ways, but this is the way it played out. There's nothing wrong with the way it played out. But we still need to kind of go back and review those things in order to notice it with our awareness for whatever purpose that is. We have the Santa Muertes. Let's see what comes out here. We have the Eight of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. There's an inability here, at least at the moment, to recognize how the process of loss is actually helping you grow in different ways in your life. It can be difficult when we feel abandoned or emotionally unfulfilled in some kind of way. It can be difficult to actually see how that sense of abandonment, that sense of loss, that sense of, emotional dysfunction is there in order to help us strengthen, our fortitude inside, like it's like there's a cloud that hangs over at times, not all the time. And when it comes in, it feels heavy. It's hard to keep your feelings inside. You don't have to keep them inside, but it's hard to maintain balance. And there is a need to see something about the benefit of your emotional process because it's helping you in your material life, in your earthly reality. It's helping you to the treasures on planet Earth are available to you, but there's like an inability to see that because the heaviness of emotion. Like you have access to everything you need in order to build and find stability and harmony on the planet, but there's something that needs to be shifted. Let's see what else comes out about that. Something needed to be shifted about your emotional process so that you can see the benefit. There may be difficulty working with other people because of this. It's not really a problem if you need to work alone. You know, allowing yourself to do the project by yourself rather than with others might be beneficial for you. Like you need to take a step back from what you're doing with others. You need to take a step back from what you're doing with others and focus on you, okay? Focus on what you can do on your own without them, okay? See what you can get done without them, okay? You know, yeah, so it's like, did they leave you behind? Did someone leave you behind here to do something all by yourself? Or maybe you don't think you can do it alone? Like, it's like either you need to do it alone and you're stuck dealing with other people, or other people are kind of getting in the way, or you're not able to see what you're capable of because other people are clouding your vision and you need to break away so you get that clarity. There's something like that involved here. Energetic clearing. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. Yeah, you may need to be leaving these people behind. They're not really a good fit for you. You can get more work done on your own. And, you know, part of what you're doing here in leaving these particular people behind is it's almost you're breaking up with old emotional patterns, old ways of thinking, and old beliefs and stuff like that. And this is a process you've been moving through for a while, but what I'm getting here is that these people you're leaving behind are aligned with the way you used to feel and think, but they're not aligned with who you are now, okay? And this came out in another reading already today that I did. So perhaps this person is watching this, or it's just a theme right now, energetically, you know, clearing out. I mean, with Neptune and Pisces, we're definitely clearing out a lot of soul contracts, letting things go here. And let's see what else here. We have the Amor et Psyche Oracle. A loving gaze. You see what they do. You see what they do, and the message from Spirit here is to don't give them the evil eye. If you feel them giving you that, don't give it back. Don't give it back. See it for what it is. See it for what it is. Don't give it back, though. And when you become still inside, you're going to be able to make a better choice, because there may be a tendency to try to get them back, right? I'm getting this sort of angel and devil on the shoulder kind of thing. The practice here is to stay aligned with like giving a loving gaze. There's a practice called the inner smile. It's like a qigong practice, focusing on the inner smile inside, like looking inward, being loving to yourself, getting still inside, dropping in. That's what you need to do before you say or do anything regarding these people who aren't always looking out for your best good, right? And you don't want to drop in and sink to their level. You don't want to be a devil. You want to elevate, okay? You want to elevate out of your shadow and not, move backwards, okay? We have this sort of backwards. Don't go backwards, go forwards. And it's really important that you recognize your own progress in life and realize that you can stay moving ahead, but there may be a temptation here to want to get someone back. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Stay strong. Stay strong inside, no matter what they did to you. It's like there's an energy of healing your shadow, like having done some shadow work here. And also allowing your own shadow to be there too without self-judgment. That's a really good thing to be reminding yourself of here too, because we all have a shadow. It's there for a reason. It helps us to survive in circumstances beyond our control that are dangerous and toxic at times. So taking a long, loving gaze at your own shadow is important for you to do too here. A profound transformation is taking place in your life. Be yourself. You have much to offer the world by just being you. Your love has the power to transform all things, including your relationship and love life. So, if this is, a person that you're potentially splitting with, breaking up with, in a romance even, the message here is that they were aligned more with the shadow side of you, but because of your healing path, your healing journey, it's not aligned anymore, right? It used to be aligned. It's not anymore. We have Rochelle. As you honor and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So there may be some money worries here. Continue focusing on the emotional stuff and feeling balanced and aligned with spirit. Look for the signs and synchronicities from spirit. If you have a particular animal guide, that may be something to tap into. We have the egret here. So, you know, financial abundance is coming here, but you may not realize that it's sprouting already and you just can't see it quite yet. Just keep following your heart here. You know, you might be worried if this is a breakup with a romantic partner or, you know, a job or a group of people, whatever. There may be some financial worries about, you know, not having those people in your life to support you financially or to share the load of the bills and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. Focus on what you need to do in order to get right and have the right connections and people around you, okay? 9 of Wands. Yeah, there's a sense of being really wounded. You're cutting down a lot of old energy that doesn't fit for you anymore. You've been working real hard on this. It's kind of like the end of the road. Because we're at the 9 here. And I feel like this is the last little bit of energy that you have to cut down for, you know, at least a period of time. You know, there's coming to the end of the work a little bit where you're going to catch a break. From, you know, like having to feel abandoned and going through those really hard emotions like that. We have the Lovers. Yeah, the universe is helping you to make the right choice for yourself and so that you can find the right alignment in relationships. It might not seem like it now, but ultimately this is the key. The universe is giving you the key to open this up, to get this heart energy open. And to clear out the old stagnant energies that are holding you back from your creative potential. And even, you know, happiness. Merlina. It says, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Okay. Excuse me. Confusion is fear, okay? If you're feeling confused, stillness, and this is a Pisces energy kind of thing, okay? Pisces in the shadow can be very confusing, delusional. things like that. You know, you may be having a Neptunian or a Piscean transit in your chart or something like that. But confusion is fear. So when you feel confused, you have to realize, okay, I'm afraid somewhere about something. And what I need to do is I need to get still. Stillness brings the clarity in, okay? And sometimes it can take a minute to, you know, a quote unquote minute to wait for the fog to clear and lift, okay? And that's that heaviness, the cloud, right? The cloud over your head needs to lift before the clarity is going to come in. And so you may be trying to like figure it out, racking your brain. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? But there's too much confusion to break through. You have to get still first before the light bulb's going to come on, okay? Indecision, it's often indecision, it's coming from, you don't want to make the wrong choice. You can't really make the wrong choice, but the thoughts in your mind are presenting you with choices, okay? And neither one of them feels good, and you don't think you have any other choices but these, you know, couple of things. I don't know what to do. Do I do this or do I do that or do I do this? And your mind is swirling around. It's trying to figure it out. You're not going to get the answer that way. You have to get quiet. You have to get quiet, because when you get quiet and you give the question to the universe, you got to ask the universe, okay, well, what do I do about this? I'm confused. Can you bring me some clarity? That's a prayer. I need some clarity, universe. Can you bring that? Whatever you believe in. I need to clear out this confusion so that I can find the right decision for myself. Oftentimes we get so worked up in our head trying to figure it out, we forget that we can just ask the universe what to do and then walk away and go do something completely different. Don't think about this problem right now. Allow the answer to arrive. You don't have to try to get the answer. You have to let it arrive and come to you. And that's the difference. And it can be difficult to see that inside of ourselves when the mind is really inundated with confusion. But this is the things that the universe sort of uses to train us. Seeing the difference between confusion and clarity, indecision and, decisiveness, and where those answers are actually coming from. The answers are coming from inside of you. They're not necessarily coming from your thoughts, though. And that's the thing. When you don't know what to do, it's because the universe hasn't necessarily given you all of the information yet. So you're trying to formulate a decision based on not having all of the information and knowledge that you need. So it's like, depending on what kind of decision you're making, sometimes you don't have time to make a decision, sometimes you do, or you don't think you have time. It's like, wait till the fog clears. The answer will come to you. It will come to you. And that's what the universe is trying to help you understand here. The answer will come to you, and you don't have to do the mental labor about it. You don't have to get overworked in your head. It's like it just appears. Like, oh, there it is. Like, oh, it's locked, this individual is trying to figure out, well, how the hell am I going to get this lock open? And this individual's like, oh, shit, there's the key right there. No problem. All I had to do was, wait a second, and it just popped in there. And that's the way answers arrive intuitively. Things just pop in there. That's inspiration. We have the distorted feminine here. So with the distorted feminine, we have a lot of abandonment issues and attachment kinds of things, and insecurities, wounds. There's things that we're not seeing under the surface. Doubt and indecision. When you're feeling that way, what are you thinking about? Paying attention to your thoughts is really important here. There are people being stepped on here. Okay, what I'm seeing here is the Trojan horse. There's definitely some kind of deception here. There's something hidden. Like someone's trying to pull something over on you. They're trying to get one over on you. They're just feeling like they're there's an energy of someone who specifically creates doubt in the minds of other people in order to sort of disarm them and then climb on top of them. Like it's like causing other people to doubt themselves so that they can hurry up and grab an opportunity and take it away from you. Something like that. Yin and yang. There's a need to balance out the feminine and masculine energy in your self. And this is part of the process. There's nothing wrong with having distorted feminine energy. It's totally a learning process that one can evolve out of, okay? It's not easy to heal attachment wounds that we received as children, but the possibility is there, and you're already in the process of doing that work. This is helping you come more into balance here. It's like finally elevating into balance. It's like finally elevating out of that distorted feminine, or like that's about what's going to be happening, you know, depending on your timeline. It's like you've been in that distorted feminine energy. But you're about to pop out of it. This is like this is like the last little bit that you have to do. I feel like there's just, you know, one more difficult hurdle that the universe is making you bounce through here, to get from the distorted feminine into a more balanced masculine and feminine energy inside yourself, which will help you attract, you know, the partnerships and the committed marriage that you're looking for. This is coming in for you. It's coming in for you. You're getting this relationship, this committed relationship. You want to know why? Because you committed to yourself first. And you've been moving through the process, as difficult as it is at times. But you are going to be getting this relationship. And I know that this work is really difficult. And it can seem like a never-ending process. And that might be where you're at right now today. Is like, is this really true? Am I really ever going to be, you know, a healthy romantic partner for someone? But you will, okay? It's like, when you doubt yourself, it's like it's like you almost step on yourself. It's like when you doubt yourself, you lose your opportunities. And that's part of what you're working on here, okay? You got to work on the confusion and the indecision through your meditation practices and stuff like that. And that's really going to make a big difference here. The self-doubt is debilitating at times, okay? But you just got to keep reminding yourself that you are worthy, you do matter, and that you will have the things that you manifested, okay? It may seem like your manifestations are never coming, but the thing is we have to go through a particular process sometimes in order to actually get what it is we asked for, because we can't have this special romance and commitment to another human being until we find that inside, until we can find this inner balance. And the process can be grueling, you know. We're manifesting, you know, the most perfect relationship in the universe for ourselves. And, you know, well, the universe will bring that to you, but you've got to go through the training ground to get that. And it's not always easy, because it can feel like you're just like spinning around and around on the merry-go-round. Do 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 do. I surrender. I don't know where that came from, but we got some phenomena. We got, I surrender all negative beliefs that no longer serve me and replace them with loving thoughts and intentions. From this moment on, I will listen only to the voice of love. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. This is your advice from Spirit here. I surrender all negative beliefs that no longer serve me and replace them with loving thoughts and intentions. From this moment on, I will listen only to the voice of love. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. All right, we have the Six of Wands. That's definitely victory, all right? You're going to have victory over this confusion, over this indecision. You're definitely going to find the happy choice, the one that brings you to the next level, the one that brings in the high honors for you, and whatever that means for your situation, you know? What feels body positive here? Body positive coming out. Mystique. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. It's important that you find other people in your life who are body positive, who don't put their bodies down, who don't criticize their, quote unquote flaws, because our bodies aren't flawed. They may be scarred, but they're not really flawed. We're all beautiful in our own way, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is better measured when we look at how open our hearts are, rather than, how, wide our eyes look with mascara or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying anything wrong with makeup, but you get what I mean. Keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. And Caressa. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. You've definitely overcome a lot. Maybe you had a lot of body image issues as well. I get that you've worked really hard to kind of free yourself from a negative image, but it's really important that you steer away from people who are still engaged in that kind of body bashing. We have Akasha here. You're a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. So you may be someone who will be helping others who have low self-esteem issues, or who have, specifically like, body dysmorphia issues and stuff like that. But in terms of like your friend circle, the people you hang out with, you want to hang out with people who are body positive. But as a teacher, as a therapist or someone like that, then that's a different story, because those are, you're able to help the people who used to be like you, who have, less self-esteem and who have those other kinds of issues, whatever they may be. Even emotional body. I mean, we could say physical body, we can say emotional body, but, finding the love of ourselves instead of focusing on, flaws and things like that, because that's what they want to do, to try to sell you crap on the internet. And, they they prey upon insecurities in you, and we don't need to be around people who do that in life. And you know that too. Forgiveness here with Bronwen. You know, forgive yourself for, you know, the less evolved version of you because you didn't know any better until you did. You know, do the same for others. We're all human. We're all learning here. And the thing to remember is that you can't forgive people who are not sorry, okay? If someone's not really sorry or remorseful, there's not really forgiveness for them, but there's forgiveness for you. There's forgiveness for ignorance, but there's not necessarily forgiveness for blatant and willful behavior that is unwilling to change, okay? And know the difference. But, you know, forgiveness for yourself is really healthy, and it does help you release the negative attachments from others when they've been evil to you in your life. We have Ace of Pentacles. There's an offer coming your way. There's potential here to teach is what I'm getting. We have the Strength card. Yeah, we have Strength with the Divine Feminine here, or the Distorted Feminine. Yeah, because this demon inside of you that you've been wrestling for so long is done. Like you've completed this. That's what's being finished here. There's going to be no more distortion of feminine energy. You are stepping into your divine feminine. Then there's going to be an opportunity to teach and to share the things that you need to on your path. And that's really going to it's really just going to raise the bar on where you've been in your life. It's taking you to the next level. It's going to take you to the next level. And then you're not going to have to deal with that low vibe kind of energy. We have the Judgment card at the bottom. You know, this is definitely a resurrection and a definite new beginning here. Judgment, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. There's definitely a new beginning here, energetically and in the physical manifestation, okay? There's new creative potentials coming out. There's new growth. And there's definitely an elevation in your life. You're getting a round of applause from the universe for a job well done. It is no easy feat to step out of the distorted feminine energy, but you did the work, and the universe is getting ready to shower you with everything that you've been manifesting, even though it's been taking forever. It's coming, okay? You did it, you're worthy, and you're on your way now to a much better place with less bullshit, and you're not going to have this energy of people stepping on you to get ahead and whatnot. You're not going to have that. deflating energy coming in from other people, because you won't tolerate it anymore, and you'll see it right away. You won't ever be left in the dark about that kind of stuff again, okay? Thank you for joining me here at the Rainbow Gateway Oracle. I have readings in the description box if you're interested, and in the future we're going to have romance things and subscriptions, and I'm really excited to see how the channel evolves. Much love. See you later.